Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all. Um, Welcome back to English lesson for today. Without further ado, let's get started. Before we start, I would like to introduce you the lesson's objectives. Apakah tujuan pembelajaran pada hari ini? Okay, first of all, the lessons objectives, tujuan pembelajaran pada hari ini, you are going to talk about your day by ticking at least 4 on the correct adverbs of frequency. Okay, by the end of the lesson, nanti pada akhir pembelajaran, you should be able, kamu akan dapat, kita akan tick tu tandakan at least 4, sekurang panjang 4 dengan betul adverbs of frequency. Kita akan belajar adverbs of frequency. Kalau you tick semua betul, means you understand the adverbs of frequency. Okay, number 2, the lessons objectives number 2. Okay, answer at least 2 questions by using adverbs of frequency correctly. Nanti ada soalan berkaitan adverbs of frequency, and then if you answer it at least 2, kalau kita jawab 2 dengan betul correctly, that means you objektif tercapai lah. You akan mendapat apa yang belajar hari ini. Okay, so for introductions, I would like to introduce you to new vocabulary. Okay, hari ini kita akan belajar new vocabulary. First, ice skate. Ice skate. Ice skate. Okay, boleh tengok kat gambar, you can look at the picture. That is ice skate. Luncur ice. Okay, next, watch TV. Menonton television, you can see at the pictures. Okay, next, play football. Main bola sepak. Okay, let's move on to the highlights of the lesson, which is the adverbs of frequency. Okay, hari ini kita akan belajar the adverbs of frequency. First of all, what is adverbs of frequency? Okay, apa benda adverbs of frequency ni? Okay, adverbs of frequency, it is used to help us know how often something happens. Okay, it is used to help us know how often something happens. Okay, dalam bahasa Melayunya, okay, kita guna adverbs of frequency ni untuk menerangkan berapa kerap kita buat sesuatu perkara tu. Okay, berapa kali kita buat sesuatu perkara tu. Itulah adverbs of frequency. Okay, there are 4 adverbs of frequency that we are going to learn today. Okay, first, always. Second, usually. Next, sometimes. And 4, never. Okay, first, always. Second, usually. Next, sometimes. And never. Okay, now I'm going to explain one by one. Bila nak guna always, bila nak guna usually, bila nak guna sometimes, bila nak guna never. Okay, let's start with always. Always means we do something happens again and again and again and again and again. Okay, maksud dia kita sentiasa melakukan perkara tersebut. Perkara tersebut sentiasa berlaku, sentiasa kita buat. So that is always. For example, I always go to school by bus. I always go to school by bus. Okay, usually is used most of the time. Usually is used most of the time, but not more than always. Okay, usually ni digunakan hampir setiap masa. Usually is used almost all the time, but not more than always. Kalau always, kita buat setiap masa, but usually is almost, hampir setiap masa, but not more than always. Okay, for example, I usually do my homework at night. I usually do my homework at night. So maksudnya kita buat kerja sekolah pada waktu malam bukan setiap masa, hampir setiap masa. Okay. Okay, next is sometimes. Okay, sometimes is things that happens occasionally. There are times that you do it, and there are times that you did not do it. So we call it sometimes. About 50%. About 50% you do it. So we call it sometimes. For example, I sometimes play football. So it means that some days you play football, some days you don't play football. So you can say, I sometimes play football. Okay, then the last one is never. Okay, what does never means? Okay, never means not at all, and at no time. No time, tak pernah buat. Okay, so we say never. We say never. For example, I never eat bacon. I never eat bacon. So you have never eaten, it means kita tak pernah makan bacon. Okay. Okay, now let's take a look at the passage in the slide. Okay, let's read together. Okay, jom kita baca sama-sama. Okay. Megan usually goes to the ice skating rink at 6:30 in the morning. She goes to school at 7:45. After school, she does her homework. Megan sometimes watches TV after dinner. She always goes to bed at 8:00 at night. Adverbs of frequency in the passage, the one that we learned earlier, the usually, always, sometimes, and never. Can you find it? Okay, so now let's take a look at the sentences one by one. Okay, we're going to look at the sentences one by one. Satu demi satu, kita tengok ayat dia satu demi satu. Okay, number one. Okay, let's read together. Megan usually goes to the ice skating rink at 6:30 in the morning. Okay, we can see the adverbs of frequency in the sentence is usually. It is usually. So Megan usually goes to the ice skating rink at 6:30 in the morning. So Megan goes to the ice skating rink almost all the time, but not all the time, almost all the time. Okay, number two, Megan sometimes watches TV after dinner. So Megan sometimes watches TV after dinner. So sometimes She watches TV. Sometimes she doesn't watch TV. So it's not all the time, but it's sometimes. Okay, number 3, she always goes to bed at 8 o'clock at night. So she goes to bed all the time at 8 o'clock. All the time she goes to bed at 8 o'clock. Number 4, Pablo always goes to the chess club and play chess. Pablo always goes to the chess club and play chess. So Pablo goes to the chess club every day, every time. Okay, number 5, he usually goes home at 6 o'clock in the evening. She almost all the time goes home at 6 o'clock. Okay, next, he sometimes plays chess on his computer. So he sometimes plays chess on his computer. He sometimes play chess. There are times he plays chess. There are times he does not play chess. Okay, number 7, Pablo usually goes to bed at 9 o'clock. Okay, Pablo usually goes to bed at 9 o'clock. Regularly goes to bed at 9 o'clock. I think you can see the examples and understand from what I've taught you. Okay, so let's talk about the exercises for today, the tasks for today. There are 2 tasks. Okay, one, read and tick, then talk about your day. So you just tick which one, if you always do it, if you are usually, if you are sometimes, if you are never. So just tick only one of the adverbs of frequency. For example, you get up at 7 o'clock. So, do you always get up at 7 o'clock? Okay, kalau nak buat get up at 7 o'clock, pilih always ke, usually ke, sometimes ke, never. Okay, that's the task number 1. The task number 2, answer the questions. Okay, what do you always do in the morning? Okay, for example, if you take a shower, so you say, I always take a shower in the morning. I always eat breakfast in the morning. Okay, just answer what you feel like answering. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you so much for your time, and stay safe and stay at home. Bye.